business info. Unless you sent that over. Let's see. Yeah, the client intake form. So as far as the business, just tell me a little bit about the business. What do you do?
So we manage properties. We got a couple of them out in Kansas City. There's about 8 of them. One we sold earlier in the year. We sold it as a flip. So we have 8 rentals out there. We also have 4 out here on Maui. And they're all rented out. So we're just managing them at this point. And then we have 2 that we're gonna do as a new build here that was lost in the Lahaina fire. So that one's in the process with permitting and blueprint. So we got a couple of things going on in the real estate side. I'm also a real estate agent. Um, I kind of focus more on the investing portion and the management side, though, for the most part.
Okay. And then the cards you have, you've got a couple chase cards, right?
Yes.
And then what else was it? You had something from a credit union.
We recently got 2 lines of credit from local banks here in Hawaii. Um,
Okay.
and then we also have some Amex cards. Um, and I
Okay.
think City might be on the personal side though.
All right. So you got Chase Business and Amex Business.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Can you tell me? I'm assuming with the Chase cards, you have the Inc. Cash and the Inc. Unlimited.
Yeah.
And then what about for Amex? What do you have?
For Amex, we have the Blue Cash, and then um, I'm
Probably
logging in.
the Blue Plus.
Yeah, Blue Plus. That's it.
And those are how old? All those 4 cards. You got them all around the same time.
Yep.
Okay. About how long ago?
Um, the most recent one I want to say was maybe June, July.
Okay. Okay. So just a couple months ago.
Yeah.
All right. And then you said a couple, like 2, like lines of credit from local banks.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the annual revenue for the business?
So this year we're actually going to be for gross above 250 because we're starting. Last year was mostly renovations. This year we got everything leased out. So I mean, 100% of the portfolio right now is leased. So we're seeing above the 250 mark for the gross this year.
Okay. And what do you just want some more credit cards? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, we want to keep buying. Anything now is a time to really deploy more funds to acquire more properties. And that's really what we want to aim to do. I think this is an opportunity that we could really scale, adding
Yeah.
a couple more into our portfolio.
And how many entities? Do you have one LLC, 2 LLCs? What do you guys have?
We have quite a few actually. So I created 2 more this year for the kids just to kind of season it. But I have 2 other ones. The oldest is 4 years old. That's Gem Investment Properties, and then I have another one that's a Gem Business Ventures. I want to say it's about a year old.
Okay. Let's go back to the Chase cards and the Amex cards. Are those all for the same business?
Um, yes, for the most part. I do have one for Gem Business Ventures, which is with Inc. It's a
Okay.
Chase Inc. Yeah.
Okay. And how about what are the limits and the balances, like the 2 Chase cards? And just ballpark, you don't have to tell me exactly. But
Yeah. Let's see. I have one that's 0 right now. It's a 14,700 limit. Um,
okay.
and then I have the Gem Business Ventures. That one is a 0% 1 year, so I did kind of max it out to 14,000. And then 2 that was pretty recent that each of them were within like $30,000 credit lines.
Hmm.
I'm liquidating those. One did go through already for 27,000, I think, and the other one's still processing, so it hasn't posted yet. But they're all within $30,000 of credit line or
Okay.
limit. Yeah.
Okay. Do you care? I mean, are you trying to get money under one LLC versus the other, or do you care how it's spread out?
No, I don't. Which is a reason why I created multiple LLCs so I could kind of just utilize
Okay,
each one.
I gotcha. And then you said we a couple times, and I know you said the kids, and then you have a partner.
I do. So Daryl, my other half, he's my significant other, my business partner. We own
All right,
50%, 50/50 on each of the businesses.
awesome. Does Daryl have good credit like you?
I think because I've used his credit in the last round when we were trying to get business funding, there's a few we did get like a personal loan on him, so his kind of took a hit, and so and I we do both. So between mine and his, we kind of utilize whoever has the best credit. So right now, I'm probably the highest. At so Experian just updated the with without the Wells Fargo, so I'm at 839 right now, and he's kind of sitting at like 650 just because his did take a hit.
All right, so I'm just gonna do. Let's see if I can refresh it on my end to see all three bureaus. Um, yeah, I mean, I think if you're trying to just get as much as possible, we just take a look at the entities, and if we're just using your credit, that's fine. We just want to figure out these cards are for this business. Can we go back or? But we can strategize around all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just see if this updated on my end. Maybe. I got married in Maui.
Oh,
Coming up on
congrats!
our Yeah, coming up on our 12th anniversary.
Wow, what part? Where did you
Yeah.
guys get married at? What
Well,
part of
we
Maui?
we stayed at the Hyatt over in Kaanapali,
Okay,
but then
nice.
we got married over on the other side on the pole. I'm gonna butcher it if I say it. On the beach, Pololina, right? I've got it on a little keychain that my wife got me. So it was just the two of us, and
Oh,
we invited family and friends, but it just ended up being the two of us.
that's probably better.
And it was great.
Yeah,
We had a we had a local guy marry us. It was great. So
nice.
we're trying to figure out when to head back, but I know it's just been crazy since the fires. But you
Yeah,
guys are doing okay.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of building that's happening right now, which is very nice to just see so many houses coming
Yeah.
up, and I mean, it's been 2 years. It definitely wasn't
Yeah.
an easy one to get past, but we're
Yeah.
making it by.
Is that where did you grow up there?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, we're an amazing place. Um, yeah, we are hoping to get back there sometime soon. But now we got two kids in tow, so it's a little more of a thing. But,
Yeah.
okay, so Joyce, I updated your credit on our end. It looks way better, absolutely. So
Yeah.
I show on TransUnion it shows 791, Experian 839, and then Equifax is 788. Um, and so just like looking at some of the inquiries, I see like in June there was a an inquiry from Elan Financial. They service a bunch of different banks, like
Yeah.
regional lenders. Is that one that you got from a local bank, a credit card, or do you know what bank that one is from? The Elan Financial from June of this year.
God, I don't remember.
Or was it maybe a card that you applied for and didn't get approved for?
I say the second just because I would have a log in to their portal and I don't. Oh, would it still be? Would that be a business card? But it's showing on my personal. You said right?
Well, I can see the inquiry. I don't see. No, because the only cards I see you've got the Chase card, you've got the Credit One, a couple of Chase cards, Discover, you've got the Bank of America. Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, with your credit and just, having a couple cards from Chase and a couple cards from Amex, there's still, more lenders out there. So I can, put together a plan. Hawaii's a little bit, what's the right word? A little bit tricky. I mean, sometimes it's harder because there's not, I'm just trying to think of the bank reps that I can introduce you to. I mean, I've got enough where, we could probably get in 4 or 5 applications. Do you want all business cards? Or do you care? Do you want some personal cards too? Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter. I'm willing to go both because, like I said, I want to get Daryl's cleaned up too. So I want to like I want to clear his. So if I can get some 0%, that would be good.
Got it. So, and if you want, you can use that link that Mel sent you for the credit. If you want to run Daryl's credit through there, and I can just take a look at it and, give you some feedback or figure out strategy there. Because if he's just carrying like high balances on some personal cards and you're trying to transfer that, I mean, I can figure that out. Sometimes it's easier just to, look at everything and then come up with a plan. So both credit reports. If you don't mind, give me just a snapshot of the different entities, and then specifically like, hey, these cards for this entity. How about this? Do you have the form, the intake form? I'm sure Mel sent it to you. It's just like your business info and your personal info. And then if you just listed like, hey, these are the other entities we have with no cards, or they've got a couple cards, and then I can just start working a plan, and then we can jump back on a call in the next day or two and figure out if it makes sense. But again, I think with the credit scores, you're not going to have a problem getting some more cards. We'll just figure out where we should go.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sorry, just so I remember, I just downloaded the form. It's a Word document, right?
Yeah, you should just be able to fill it in, and then if wherever Mel saves it, she'll get it to me, or it'll end up on your file, and then I'll just take a look at it. And then, I think if you're okay with it, I would just send Daryl's credit over, and then I can, look at that and see if there's a easy kind of quick fix. The hard part with credit is if it's like negative information you're trying to work around, that can be a little dicey. But if it's maybe a couple of inquiries, or you've got some balances on credit cards, there's usually a way around that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this number, you can text me on this number. If we need to jump on a call, I'll call you from this number. If Daryl wants to jump on at some point. But I think if I had the other entities, I mean, I've been taking notes. I've been doing my best. But if you fill out that form, are all of the entities, are they all out of Hawaii?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And then what about like the properties in Kansas? And are they foreign filed anywhere, like to where the properties in Kansas are, or no?
I don't think so. I mean, in Kansas City, I did have to do something with the state though, as like a foreign. I think it is like a foreign entity thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you might have foreign filed. And if you send over the names of the entities and all that, I can just look it up and I'll go find it. So why don't I do this? And this may be easy too. I'll send you an email.
Okay.
So you got my email address and phone number now.
Jam, Rumbo.
I'll just ask you a few questions, and then we can communicate that way, and we can just set up a call. But based on your credit and everything else, I think we should probably be able to help you with some more cards.
Okay, that's awesome. And then another thing too, I'm sorry, I didn't get Thomas, right?
Thomas, yes.
Thomas, perfect. So the other thing that I do have to disclose, Thomas, I do have like a